So we are here today with Dr. Jen Welter. And I was fortunate enough to meet Jen at Super Bowl 2015 this year, which was really exciting. I met her in Arizona. I talked to her for about 20 minutes and fell in love.
Mutual love right there.
And so Jen is actually the first woman to play men's professional football.
As a non-kicker, there have been kickers before me, so I'd love to give them their love.
Good call, good call. And then she's also paving path this year by becoming the first female coach in men's pro football.
You know, one that I recently got involved with, I've been involved with for pretty strong for the last year, is the Wounded Warriors Amputee flag team. And it's probably because it takes two very important elements of my life and puts them together. You know, I played football forever, but I didn't grow up with a football hero. I grew up with an Army hero, and that was my dad. And he is highly decorated in Vietnam. He has a Silver Star and 2 Bronze Stars. And he told me many stories about how his job was pulling people out of burning tanks. Oh my. You know, I always grew up with such a respect for the military and just a love for all the men and women who sacrificed so much for us that, you know, I was approached to join and play for the Wounded Warriors Amputee flag team. And I was like, yes,
yeah,
absolutely, you know, because it's so inspirational. You know, it's about getting these guys back on solid ground and teaching them activation over medication. You know, right. Get out there, get active. Even though you lost a limb, you didn't lose your life, and there's still a life to be lived. Mm-hmm. And it's so powerful. You know, it's so powerful to see those guys and to see them like lining up against NFL veterans and both parties like acknowledging like, hey man, you're my hero. And they'll look at each other like, no, you're the hero. No, yeah. You're the hero.
So how did you find out about the Wounded Warriors?
You know, I was playing in another charity game. It was Army veterans. Well, it was an exhibition game, not a charity game. It was affiliated with the AFL up in Philadelphia. And it was Army veterans versus Navy veterans. And Chris Visser, who puts on the Wounded Warriors game, heard about me. And he came over to the game and was like, hey, you know, you're playing in this game. Would you be interested in joining, you know, the Wounded Warriors? And I said, absolutely.
Great.
And so I had the opportunity to go and play with them in San Antonio and then in Phoenix prior to the Super Bowl. Right. And then the next one, they're actually coming to Dallas in May.
And so when you guys play, is there like, there's a nonprofit organization affiliated with them that you guys raise funds for, you know, by playing in the league?
Yeah, you know, they do a lot of really good things for Wounded Warriors and stuff like that. You know, and people basically donate to go and watch the game. And, you know, there's a lot of ex-NFL players that come out and play. And I mean, it's a great time. I mean, it was essentially sold out at the Super Bowl. Oh
my gosh.
It was ridiculous. Yeah. Snoop Dogg played at the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah. You know, the game itself is about getting those guys up. And that's the purpose. It's not even, you know, even if, like to me, even if that was just the whole purpose of the game was just to give those guys the opportunity to get up, play football in front of a crowd, mm-hmm. and mix up with those NFL guys, like that's a win in and of itself. Like that's enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what's better than that? Like you're actually celebrating your veterans by doing that.
Yeah. And then, so what else does Wounded Warriors do as an organization? Like, do you have like affiliation with them at all, or see what like some of the funds that are raised go to do?
You know, I think mostly like the guys see it a lot more than I do because I just come in, you know, in to play the games.
Right.
But they do a lot to support the veterans. And one of it, you know, one of the big pushes is, you know, getting those guys active. You know, there are a bunch of different,
right.
It's like a sub-affiliation that, you know, one of the guys I know does like the Special Olympics via it and, you know, a lot of different things. I know that those things help with prosthetics and, you know, there's so many great programs that come from the Wounded Warriors.
As far as donating to them or like supporting them as a donor, you obviously would play with them again, raise awareness for them because you truly believe in what they're doing.
Oh yeah, all the time. They already know. Like if I am around, if I can do it, I'm on the roster. Like
Yeah.
I blitz them. Although I did hear a rumor that I'm not allowed to blitz anymore because I'm too fast.
Oh,
The NFL guys complained, so I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah.
It's hard for charities to find a voice sometimes, with your organization to look out for charities and really help them get the resources that they wouldn't have any other way. Of course, I'm going to help you in any way I can.
That is awesome. You're the best.
As are you.
Thank
one,
you.
no one. Game knows game. All those good things.
Thanks so much, Jen. And we will be in touch really soon.